discussion about data to dollars. We're going to shift to retail. My background is retail, many decades, and also 22 years here in Indonesia. I come from an era where, from the past, green screens. I'm sure many of you do not know what a green screen is. But prior to green screens, of course, we had spreadsheets with a pen and paper, and developing the data, collecting the data, I should say. And so it took a long time just to analyze the data. And we made decisions based on what we thought were the right decisions. We've come a long way, of course. But today, we don't lack data. We've got so much data, but we don't know what to do with it. Or we think we know what to do with it, and we don't make the right decisions. But we lack the action to make those right decisions. So I'm sure many of you in here collect more data than you know what to do with it. Your data you collect is in various sources. It's in various sources, various locations. As we heard yesterday, some of the data is in someone's laptop. It's also in file cabinets. It's in a spreadsheet. It's in notebooks, etc. But trying to get all that data into one location to make appropriate decisions is very challenging for retail, extremely challenging. And many of you may not be in retail, may not understand it, but retail is complex. It's not simple. It looks simple. All of you in this room are consumers. All of you have data points that we need information on your transactional value or transactional habits, etc., that we turn into a value, of course, for data. But today's retail is very complex. So the reality is, most retailers today have more than one channel. You have offline, online, TikTok, Facebook, many other opportunities will be available in the future as well. So it's chaotic. How do you manage that data? How do you manage those customer touch points, etc.? Also, you have a demand on rising cost. You have to find ways to manage this data and turn it into a profit opportunity. So how do you do that? We'll talk about that a little bit further in. The other opportunity that we have today, or challenge I should say, is based on the regulations. The regulations are changing constantly, as mentioned earlier, privacy and so forth is a major topic of discussion. Also, we have the challenge of the tariffs that's impacted as well. So it's very important to watch every single rupiah for a retailer to understand, how do I become profitable? More profitable than I have been. But in the case today, unfortunately, is how to become profitable, because retail is so challenging. And unfortunately, most retailers today use the dartboard approach. They throw a lot of things on the wall, or a lot of things on the dartboard, and hope it hits the bullseye, or hope something will trigger and be successful. And the stats support it. Usually, if a retailer gets 60% of their new initiatives correct, they are successful. They're profitable. They will never get 100% correct. But behind all of this complexity, there's opportunities. There's obstacles, that's been mentioned the last 2 days about AI. How important is AI? And it's extremely important for retailers today to understand how to take that data they have, those touch points when you are shopping, when you make a transaction, and before you even make that transaction, is how do we predict what your behavior is going to be before you make that transaction, before you even come to a store. So that gut feeling has to go away. When I say the gut feel, that's what we typically have done in the past. And again, I've spent so many years in retail. I've lived it. I've been there. I've done that. And I definitely prefer where we are today with the technology and the data that I have in making decisions and helping retailers make decisions versus assuming that this is the information that I think is correct, but I have data to support that. There is a thought with technology, and I call them technology people, IT people, etc., where AI will replace me. Analysts are concerned. AI is going to replace me. I will not have a job. Therefore, they don't understand, or they understand what AI can do for them, but they're afraid to show their management and their board what it can do because they're afraid it will eliminate their job. But the reality is AI will not work without humans. AI will not work unless someone is sitting there telling that AI what to do in the future for promotions, etc., for retailers especially. But it gives an opportunity to make decisions much, much faster. Again, going back years ago, before many of you were born, decisions were quite slow because you had to pull the data, you had to call stores, you had to call suppliers, manufacturers, etc., to get information, etc. Today, the data is right there. It's in your handphone. It's on your tablet, etc. So decisions can be made much, much faster. What we do at Loyalytics is very simple. We take that raw data, assuming the data is good quality, as mentioned yesterday, garbage in, garbage out. Data has to be good. We take that data, take all your sources where that data is, wherever those points are. Your legacy systems, new systems you're developing, we help merge that data. We pull it all together. And from that, we look at the customer insights. We are customer focused, very customer focused. What is the actions of those customers from their past transactional history? What is the predictive for the customer in the future? Yesterday it was mentioned predictive, etc., prescriptive, etc. It's kind of the same to me. We want to know if you're shopping today in the store, you're always buying baby products. We assume that baby's going to grow up, right? So we can predict that. We know that. So we want to follow your journey from, as mentioned yesterday, from birth to basically death. But we can follow that journey based on your transactional history and so forth. And we can automate that action. How do you automate it? We have to come in and understand your business model, because every retailer is different. Specialty stores are different. Toy stores are different. Pet stores are different. Department stores are different, etc. So we come in, we understand your business model. We look at all of your data you have available, the systems you have available. We pull all that together. From there, we create the promotional plans that's necessary to drive that data into dollars. And dollars is not just monetary dollars that goes as cash coming to you. It's improving your sales. It's improving your profit as well. There's a lot of different ways to improve your ROI, but there's 4 fast ways that Loyalytics has an opportunity to come in to help companies to get a faster ROI. Number 1 is customer engagement. Everything today is about customer engagement, correct? You want to be engaged, but how do you want to be engaged? If you don't have children, do you want to constantly get messages from companies that are selling children's products? Absolutely not. You want your customer engagement, your WhatsApp, email, etc., to be personalized. You want to be based on your transactional history, correct? Yes, but also you want it based on your lifestyle. Lifestyle is equally as important as your transactional history. Lifestyle is more important than your age is more important than your gender. It's how you live your life. At my age, I can live my life like someone 25 years old. Someone 25 years old can live the lifestyle of someone my age. So it's all about the lifestyle. What we've had the ability to do is go into a company, I will not mention the name, Southeast Asia. We've been able to increase their revenue, the members' sales by over 15%. We've also been able to increase the visit by 2 times. Now, I want to spend a little more time on this because our name implies loyaltics, but we do a lot more than that. It's not just creating loyalty. And if you have a loyalty program today, most loyalty programs, they reward based on points. Spend 100,000 rupiah, maybe get 1 point or something. It takes a long time to create those points. You get frustrated, you have a couple points, maybe you have 1,000 points, whatever, but you never redeem them. And also the majority of loyalty programs never materialize. They're never successful. Why? Because that engagement to that customer is so poor, so weak. So what is so important about a loyalty program is rewarding that customer immediately. Instant gratification, that's what we all want, instant gratification. Number 2, it's not just about rewards, it's not about a point, it's about also the experience the customer has when they're in your store, when they're shopping. And it's not just in the store, also. Also, the campaigns are very important also. We've been able to come in and create campaigns for this retailer that I will not mention 10 times faster, the ability to go live with campaigns. Because today a campaign takes a long time to process unless you're using data and AI to create those campaigns as well. We've also been able to create the basket size, increase the basket size by 10%, 15% more as well. Also, there's an opportunity to monetize your media, retail media. Every retailer advertises, but do you advertise based on what the customer is buying, or you get in the advertising funds just to get revenue to your bottom line? We have the ability to come in and help monitor that and manage that as well. And the last thing also, number 4, is on assortment analytics. Every retailer has to look at their assortment, constantly changing the assortments in and out. Every single week, every month, every year, there's hundreds of thousands of new products introduced into an assortment from a supplier. What happens today, my friend, I don't want to cut this product because my friend is the seller for this, so I'll keep it on my shelf. Yes, that happens. But with AI, we have the ability to come in, look at the assortment and say, yes, but the ranking on that item is 1,000 out of 909, or out of 1,000 items is the last selling item, the least selling item. So we have the ability to do that, to help optimize that assortment before add new items and keep the assortment fresh. So this case study, as I mentioned earlier, it was AI-driven activation journeys. We have 30% fewer inactive shoppers, and we all know that active shoppers are where we need to spend our time and energy, and also ensure that we're predictive on all of our members, all of our shoppers, so that they don't leave us. Trying to get those customers back, of course, is extremely challenging, very challenging. It's also very costly. So we need to predict, we need to monitor their shopping habits. If they've not shopped in 2 months, 3 months, etc., we need to be engaged with that customer to ensure that we don't lose them. So very quickly, I'm running out of time, unfortunately, but this just shows that cycle: personalizing, promoting, profit, predictive, and so forth. It's a complete cycle. So again, we've been able to show that we can return your investment 6 times. You spend 1, you get 6 back. That's easy. That's what it takes to convince your board that AI is so important. And we have to do this on the retail side to be successful for the future, because if we don't, your competition is going to do it. So you have to be the forerunner in making this happen. And we do this in stair steps. We don't do this all at one time. We don't come into your company and try to force something on you. So we start small. We can start with the churn risk of your members or your loyalty program, of the shoppers. From there, we do promo optimization. We can take one category and look at that category. If you promote something at 30% off and your sales increase 20%, most buyers, most merchants are happy. They got a 20% increase, but they don't realize the impact on that margin that 30% discount gave. Did I make more money? In most cases, the answer is no. So we have the ability to come in and do that. And also, as mentioned earlier, we can build that retail media foundation as well. And then as things scale up, or excuse me, as you see the wins that we've been able to prove, we can scale up. We don't come in again and force anything on you. We come in, we understand your business, we handhold you through the process, and we give you an opportunity we ask that you give us an opportunity to come in and learn your business. And at the same time, we help you and handhold you through the process. So build an AI-powered growth machine. That is what will transform your retail business to be successful. Stop making those decisions in the dark. Light up your data. Take the proper actions through the use of AI and data. It'll increase your sales and your profits. These are what we've talked about earlier. Is high-impact use case studies first. Also, automated journeys will lower your manual process and workload, and predictive models that are tailored to your particular customers. Unfortunately, I've had to move very fast here at the end. I could talk about this for one full hour, but give us an opportunity to chat with us outside here or later on. But before I end, everyone raise your phone. Open your phone, raise your phone. Raise your phone. Open camera. Scan this for a free strategy session. But thank you again for your time. Thank you for the opportunity, and look forward to chatting with you later.